Sweet. Hello, welcome back to Menacing MTG. Today we have a janky mono red standard deck, and this only has one specific card that's from Strixhaven, but there are 18 copies of it on board. So this is Dragon's Approach, and this is why we build this deck right here. So I'm going to read this card to you. Dragon's Approach deals 3 damage to each opponent. You may exile Dragon's Approach and 4 other cards named Dragon's Approach from your graveyard. If you do, search your library for a dragon creature card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. A deck can have any number of Dragon's Approach cards. Okay, so there it is. So we have the 18 Dragon's Approach. They do 3 damage when you play them to the opponent. And then, so I have loaded in the following dragons. Siege Dragon. So this, you can destroy a wall, all walls that an opponent controls. And then when it comes on the battlefield, and then whenever it attacks, if the defending player controls no walls, it deals 2 damage to each creature without flying that player controls. So a heavy-duty, dangerous dragon there. It's a 7-drop 5/5 with flying. Then we have Hellkite Punisher, which this is going to be our go-to card if we're playing against an opponent without flyers to block, because you can buff this guy up by paying 1 mana repeatedly. So you can make this huge. Then we have Terror of the Peaks, 1 copy. Then we have a Goldspan Dragon. So these 4 dragons are all there are, but they suit different needs. Goldspan Dragon has haste and creates treasure tokens. So a variety of options that come up there. You can end an opponent by bringing him on sometimes. Or if you want more mana so you can play 2 Dragon's Approach next turn, that type of thing. Terror of the Peaks, if you got a small creature or 2 on the opposite side of the board, and you have a Relic Robber or a Torbran in hand, you bring on the Terror of the Peaks, then you bring on a creature to deal damage to a creature to kill it, or an opponent to kill it. So there's the 4 dragons. So the philosophy of having a successful outing with this deck is that you're going to want to right away be circulating cards through, because you need enough mana in your hand to get the things that make your damage magnified. Those things are Torbran. You have 1 copy of this in hand. All red damage add 2 to your damage total per. Double Vision. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets. That only works for the first time each turn. Then we have Obosh. If a source you control with an odd mana value would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage to that permanent or player instead. So the vast majority of things we have in this deck, almost exclusively, actually perhaps exclusively, Storm's Wrath is even, so it's not going to deal 8 damage. But yet this is 7, 7, 5, 5, 5. Okay, Torbran will not deal double damage. Relic Robber will. And let's see, Bonecrusher Giant will. And all these Dragons Approach will. Fire Prophecy will not. So, now to the next thing. So, those are the things that we can buff that make Dragon's Approach deadly and other things deadly. So we have a lot of card draw here. We have 1 Cathartic Reunion, which you have to ditch 2 cards and then you draw 3. We have Thrill of Possibility, 4 copies of this. Ditch 1, draw 2. Same with Tormenting Voice, exactly the same card. Also, we have a single copy of Fire Prophecy in here, so you can kill a creature with a 3 or less toughness, and then you can ditch a card and draw a card. Now, you don't want to do that necessarily with Dragon's Approach because it doesn't go to your graveyard, it goes in the bottom of your library. So you want Dragon's Approach in your graveyard. So when you're running Cathartic, Thrill, and Tormenting, you want to ditch Dragon's Approach because you want 4 of them in there so you can get a dragon on quickly. Then we have, just this one Bone Crusher Giant. It's a good card. It's a great body to get on the board, but also gives you an instant 2 damage, which of course can be enhanced by these spells that enhance such things. And then we have 1 copy of Relic Robber. Just throw this in there because if you're lucky, you run a board wipe with Storm's Wrath, then you have Relic in hand. You can bring it on. It has haste, and every time it does damage to an opponent, it drops a 0/1 colorless artifact token creature that deals the opponent a damage each turn. So just one little side angle there. So yeah, extremely light on creatures. This disclaimer here, this deck does not have a high win rate. It's not horrible, but it is very fun to play, and it's very easy to build. You probably have most of these cards. You can throw any dragons you wish in there. Dragon's Approach are a common card. I have 18 in here. I did have at one point 21, but didn't have much success with that. So here it is. We have 2 Dwarven Mines in here just to get bodies on the board. With 20 of these and 2 of these, seems to be a good number. So I hope you enjoy this deck. It's something kind of different. This is not going to carry you to Mythic in any way, but this is a hoot and easy to build. There you have it. And you try your own thing with it and let me know what happens. Thanks a lot for watching. Please consider subscribing. Likes, comments, feedback. Have a great day. Enjoy. Okay, good looking hand here. We'll keep it. Turn 2, we'll run Thrill and ditch a Dragon's Approach. Looks like we've got red as well across the way. Get cats out of the bag. They'll see the Dragon's Approach in the graveyard. Okay. We'll probably run Thrill again as we're closing on land for Goldspan. Opponent passes the turn. Interesting. Thrill. Okay, we've got the mana for Goldspan in hand. Okay, that's great. Storm's Wrath. Maybe we'll get an indication as to what this red deck will do this turn. Okay, Fireblade Charger. Might be a vehicle for enchantments. That's 3 in the graveyard. We're hoping for more creatures dropped here. Okay, there's one. Okay, getting a ton of mana, really too much. Yeah, Storm's Wrath. We're down to 18. We're loaded with cards, which is a bit scary. Okay, Relic Robber is great, but we're going to hold it. We're going to bring on Goldspan. I'm going to put up the Relic Robber. Keep Scopos from attacking here. Things are getting a bit dire for the opponent. If we pick up another Dragon's Approach, all kinds of hell could break loose. Here we get the treasure token, that's great. Although not that necessary. They must have another shock in hand. Okay, happy to see this, really. Okay. Hoping they cannot bring a creature or kill Relic Robber using 2 shocks on Goldspan. But as I run the next Dragon's Approach, I believe, let's count, no, we need 1 more to get a dragon on the battlefield, so picking up another one of those would be great. Okay, this is very, very good. First we'll come in with Relic Robber. And here comes the token. And now we'll be able to bring in a dragon. Okay, the clock is ticking on the opponent. They need a Storm's Wrath or something. That's the game. Okay, we'll keep this hand. Looks great. Can immediately turn to ditch 2 Dragon's Approach with Cathartic Reunion. Alright, excellent slow mana. Another land. Awesome. Oh wow. Nothing but Fire Prophecy. All 3 of them in my hand. Not exactly what I wanted there. Okay. We are getting the mana for Double Vision, so that's good. Okay, we're going to run, I think we're going to run both Fire Prophecies here. Hate to do that. Okay, we got a Dragon's Approach, that's fine. What do we got? 2 in library. We're going to put up Double Vision this next turn and hope that the opponent doesn't have anything too aggro here. Okay, excellent. Double vision up. Okay. And then we, one more mana, we could run 2 of these, which would give us 12 damage. And mana is our friend here. As I've got a pretty sturdy attacker, we got mana, so that's amazing. Here we go. Okay, next turn we'll be able to bring a dragon on and do 6 more damage. Okay, that only happened the first turn. Okay, so yeah, we can do 6 damage. Gold span would bring them down to 3. Oh my. Okay, yeah, we gotta bring this up. That's perfect. And we should be able to end the game next turn. We don't want to lose this creature, so we're not going to block. We're hoping they can't remove that. Okay, this is going to be a fabulous ending here. Okay, they've got 5 mana, 5 prophecy. Darn it. We must have another one. Okay, well, we're not going to get... Let's see what they got. Here we go. That's too bad. Okay. Alright, that's too bad. Moving down to 7 here. We get a dragon. Not exactly the route we were hoping for. I think we could bring the Hellkite out. Okay. The Hellkite can end it unless they can remove it. Okay, it's looking like game over here. 3 mana remaining. 4. Melitus. Okay, that's not going to do it, folks. It's the game. Unless they get a spell that gives them flying, it is a win for the janky mono red deck. I'm going to bulk it just in case they have a revitalize or something. We're going all the way up. Okay, there it is. We get it. Okay, a bit of a tough hand here, but we'll keep it. Let's throw the Dwarven Mine up first. Gonna need another land. At a disadvantage always in this deck, and with this deck in particular, when you go second. Should get land here. Do not get land. Hopefully on the draw next turn, as we're down to 48 cards. Well, putting the Dragon's Approach in the graveyard, 2 of them, is a good thing. Okay, getting no land here, which is really terrible, but we'll run Thrill. Thank goodness for that. There's a land. Now with 3 Dragon's Approach in the graveyard. Be looking for an additional land, so we have Storm's Wrath available. Okay, yeah, it's gonna hurt, but we gotta run this. Didn't want to just put a creature on and lose it. Oh boy. Tough card. We'll use Storm's Wrath here. We're in tough shape here. Another Storm's Wrath. Okay, they're down to 2 cards in hand. We just don't want to bring a creature on while this is up, so we'll put another, well, we don't even want to run Dragon's Approach, honestly. Okay, yeah, believe it or not, Storm's Wrath gives a little vulnerable, no-kill spells. Okay, there's that. That's gone. 2 of those down. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. Okay, this is good news here. Dragon's Approach will get us a dragon. Okay, gold span, so we can go in with haste. Oh, what a huge bummer. Okay, that's just the way it is. We're going to run Thrill. Mana up. We'll be able to run the Hellkite next turn. Okay. They'll be able to run Daemogoth next turn, so I don't just want to lose Hellkite, so I think I'm going to have to run Torburn and Dragon's Approach. Whoops, cancel. Go up the land. We're going to have to give up creatures as long as they have 1 to sack. Oh, cripes, that's the game. Beautiful. Get a great looking hand, we'll keep it. We're going to run Thrill and probably ditch Fire Prophecy. No, we're going to ditch that instead. Dragon's Approach for sure. Okay, this is looking good. Very good. We have enough mana in hand for Obosh. Okay, Riddle Form, don't like that. And we are going to run Thrill here though. I'm going to get rid of Fire Prophecy as much as I'm reluctant to do so. There's Storm's Wrath. Okay, we got good stuff here. Can bring Torburn next turn if it makes sense. I think it does. Another Storm's Wrath. Torburn. Okay, Spellgorger. Tough card. Okay, this is good. We're going to bring out Obosh. And we're going to attack with Torbran here. Apply a little pressure. Okay, that is really just too bad. Oh, they're going to go with the Spellforger. Okay, that was different. I don't think they intended that. Now we can run Wrath, but it would do 8 damage. Which would kill itself. So Dragon Approach is going to do 6 damage here, though. We have only one of them in hand in the graveyard, so we're looking for more of those. We have enough to run 2, so they're going to do 6 damage each turn. Okay, mana we don't really need. What we're going to do is run Dragon's Approach. Then we're going to run Thrill and ditch the mana. Okay, that's good news. Double vision. They play their own, okay? Alright. So, this is good here. Okay, that's a bit of a mistake right there on my part. Big, huge mistake, in fact. Because I thought it was double, and it's only other. Oh boy. Okay, not all is lost. Okay, so we're going to bring out Double Vision here. I'd say the opponent has a slight advantage at this point. We need more Dragon's Approach here. Okay, yep. Okay, that's good. So we could do, I think what we're going to do here is attack with the Bone Crusher. We'll get a block, okay, so they're both gone. I'm going to run a Dragon's Approach and see what we get here. So we can do 6 if we wait till next turn. We're going to wait. This is a bit scary. We know they can come in with Riddle Form. Okay. Okay, that's great. I'm glad that they're bringing creatures on. That's perfect, so we can run this. And Dragon's Approach, meaning that we can win next turn. Going to be very surprised if they can pull off something here. I think we've got them. Yeah, they're desperate. They're scrying. Okay. They might have card draw. Oh boy, the game is over. Sweet.